What if I told you that a staggering 87% of adults over 50 are making a daily dietary mistake that could be silently damaging their heart? You might be doing everything else right, you're active, you try to eat well, but this one common food, often masquerading as a harmless treat or a convenient option, could be undermining all your efforts. It's not just about avoiding the obvious villains like excessive sugar or salt. There's a hidden culprit that's far more sinister, and today we're going to expose it. If you're frustrated by confusing health advice and want a clear, actionable plan to protect your heart for the long run, you're in the right place. Because this isn't just another list of bad foods. This is a deep dive into the single worst food for your heart after 50, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you will have the knowledge and the tools to make a change that could add vibrant, healthy years to your life. So, what is this dietary saboteur? We'll get to that. But first, you need to understand the battlefield inside your body. After 50, our bodies change. Our metabolism slows down, our ability to process certain foods diminishes, and our cardiovascular system becomes more susceptible to damage. The plaque that may have been slowly building in our arteries for decades can suddenly become a major problem. Think of it like a quiet, slow leak in your plumbing that, if ignored, eventually leads to a catastrophic flood. This is what's happening in the arteries of millions of people, and the food we're about to discuss is like pouring grease down that already clogging drain every single day. You see, the problem isn't just one ingredient, it's a perfect storm of heart-wrecking compounds that are legally allowed in our food supply. But here's the twist. It's not what you think. While many point fingers at saturated fats or cholesterol, the real enemy is something much more pervasive and deceptive. And what's truly shocking is that many healthy or low-fat labeled foods are packed with this hidden danger. Are you starting to connect the dots? Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you look at your grocery cart forever. The real secret comes at 1:30, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Let's cut to the chase. The single worst category of food for your heart after 50 is processed meats. This isn't just about the occasional hot dog at a barbecue. We're talking about the deli meats in your seemingly healthy sandwich, the bacon you have for breakfast, the sausages you toss into your pasta, and even the lean turkey slices you snack on. A comprehensive study from the University of Oxford, following nearly 500,000 adults, found a powerful link between regular consumption of processed meats and a heightened risk of heart disease. Specifically, consuming just a small 50-gram serving of processed meat per day, that's about 2 slices of ham or 1 hot dog, was associated with an 18% to 42% increased risk of coronary heart disease. But why is this so much worse than, say, a simple piece of red meat? The danger lies in the processing itself. To preserve these meats and enhance their flavor and color, companies load them with two key ingredients, sodium and nitrates. This combination is a triple threat to your cardiovascular system, especially as you age. Don't skip ahead. The game-changing tip on how to counteract some of this damage, if you've been a long-time consumer, comes at the 4-minute mark. First, let's talk about sodium. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. But just 2 ounces of some deli meats can contain a third of that daily limit. When you consume this much sodium, your body retains water to try and dilute it. This increases the volume of blood in your bloodstream, forcing your heart to work harder and driving up your blood pressure. Over time, this constant strain can weaken the heart muscle and damage the delicate lining of your arteries, making them more susceptible to the buildup of cholesterol-laden plaque, a condition known as atherosclerosis. Now let's bring in the second offender, nitrates. Nitrates themselves aren't inherently evil. They are found naturally in some vegetables. However, the nitrates added to processed meats are a different beast. In your body, they can convert into nitrosamines, compounds that promote inflammation and oxidative stress. This inflammation isn't like a swollen ankle, it's a chronic, low-grade irritation of your blood vessels, making the artery walls sticky and creating the perfect environment for bad LDL cholesterol to latch on and form dangerous blockages. This 1-2 punch of high sodium and inflammatory nitrates makes processed meats a true heart health disaster. Comment yes below if you've ever relied on deli meats for a quick and easy meal. You're not alone. And that's why we're going to spend the rest of this video giving you powerful, actionable solutions. So now that we've exposed the problem, which takes up about 30% of our time together, let's pivot to what you can do about it. This is the 70% that matters most, the actionable solutions. The first step is to perform a processed meat audit of your fridge and pantry. Go right now, open your refrigerator, and take a look. Are there packages of salami, bologna, ham, or even sliced turkey breast? The marketing for lean or low fat turkey can be misleading, as these products are often still highly processed and loaded with sodium and preservatives. This audit isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. Most people miss step number 3 of getting healthy, which is a true environmental assessment. But by simply seeing what's in your kitchen, you're taking a massive first step. A great micro solution is to start with a one-to-one swap. If you normally have a turkey sandwich for lunch, what could you have instead? How about leftover roasted chicken from the night before, or a quick and easy chickpea salad sandwich? This simple change can slash your sodium intake and eliminate those harmful nitrates in one move. Now let's dive deeper into some delicious and heart protective alternatives. The goal here isn't deprivation, it's substitution. For instance, if you love that savory umami flavor of processed meats, you can find it in healthier sources. Let's compare two options for a quick lunch: the classic ham and cheese sandwich versus a hummus and roasted vegetable wrap. The ham sandwich on white bread is a trifecta of heart hazards: processed meat, refined grains, and likely high fat cheese. A single serving can pack in a shocking amount of sodium and saturated fat with very little fiber. Now, consider the alternative: a whole wheat tortilla generously spread with hummus, packed with roasted red peppers, zucchini, and spinach. This wrap is bursting with fiber from the whole grains, vegetables, and chickpeas, which helps to lower cholesterol. The vegetables provide a wealth of anti inflammatory antioxidants, and the healthy fats in the hummus can actually support cardiovascular health. Another fantastic protein rich swap for deli meat is canned salmon or tuna, which are packed with heart healthy omega 3 fatty acids. These fats are known to decrease inflammation and lower the level of triglycerides, a type of fat in your blood that can contribute to artery hardening. Let's look at a real world case study. Meet Robert, a 62-year-old who for decades started his day with bacon and eggs and had a turkey sandwich for lunch, believing it to be a healthy choice. He was active and not significantly overweight, but his blood pressure was creeping up, and his doctor warned him about his cholesterol levels. Frustrated, Robert decided to eliminate processed meats for 30 days. He replaced his morning bacon with avocado toast on whole grain bread, and his lunchtime sandwich with a big salad topped with grilled chicken or beans. Within that short month, his blood pressure dropped by 10 points, and he reported feeling more energetic. This isn't a miracle. It's the power of removing inflammatory foods and replacing them with nutrient dense, heart protective alternatives. If you're someone who loves a hearty breakfast, try making your own breakfast patties. You can mix lean ground turkey or chicken with finely chopped apples, sage, and a little black pepper. Bake them in a batch at the beginning of the week for a quick, convenient, and vastly healthier option than store bought sausage. If a recipe calls for bacon to add flavor, try using smoked paprika or a small amount of liquid smoke to get that savory taste without the associated health risks. You can also add sautéed mushrooms and onions, which are rich in umami and can mimic the flavor profile of meat. What about that Friday night pizza topped with pepperoni? Try swapping it for a veggie pizza loaded with bell peppers, olives, and artichoke hearts, or for a protein boost, top it with shredded chicken. Most people miss this critical point, but making your own food is one of the most effective ways to control what goes into your body. Here's an interactive prompt for you. For the next 3 days, I challenge you to consciously replace one processed meat product you would normally eat with a heart healthy alternative we've discussed. It could be swapping your bacon for an egg, your deli meat for hummus, or your sausage for beans. Don't worry about being perfect. Just make the switch once a day. Note how you feel. Do you have more energy? Do you feel less bloated? Share your experience in the comments below. This little experiment can be the catalyst for lasting change. Now, a crucial tip I promised earlier for those who might be concerned about past consumption. If you've been eating a diet high in processed meats, one of the most beneficial things you can do is to increase your intake of potassium-rich foods. Potassium helps to flush sodium out of the body and can help to relax blood vessel walls, both of which can help lower blood pressure. Excellent sources of potassium include bananas, avocados, spinach, sweet potatoes, and beans. Think of potassium as the antidote to sodium overload. So, if you have a meal that's higher in sodium, intentionally include a potassium rich food to help balance the scales. Let's tackle a common troubleshooting issue, but I'm too busy to cook. This is a valid concern in our fast paced world. The key is strategic preparation. Take 1 hour on a Sunday to prep your proteins for the week. You can grill several chicken breasts, hard boil a dozen eggs, or make a large batch of lentil soup. Store these in your fridge for grab and go lunches and easy dinners. A well stocked, healthy pantry is your best defense against the convenience trap of processed foods. Keep your cupboards filled with cans of beans, lentils, tuna, and salmon. Have bags of nuts and seeds for heart healthy snacks. Choose whole grain bread and crackers. When you have these healthy staples on hand, you're less likely to fall back on unhealthy processed options when you're short on time. Option A, relying on prepackaged processed foods, may save you a few minutes in the short term, but it comes at a steep long term cost to your health. Option B, investing a small amount of time in prepping whole foods, pays you back with a healthier heart, more energy, and potentially more years of vibrant life. The choice becomes clear when you weigh the true costs and benefits. As we near the end of this guide, I want to leave you with a powerful multi step call to action to ensure this information sticks and translates into real, lasting change in your life. First, if you found this deep dive into processed meats helpful, I highly recommend you watch my next video on the top 5 inflammatory oils to avoid for a healthy heart, where we'll continue our journey of cleaning up our diet for optimal cardiovascular health. Second, to make these changes as easy as possible, save this guide for a step by step breakdown of the food swaps and troubleshooting tips we discussed. Having it on your phone when you're at the grocery store can be a game changer. Finally, this is just the beginning. I'm already working on part 2 of this series where I'll reveal the surprising truth about dairy and heart health after 50. You won't want to miss it, so make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you're the first to know when it drops. Your heart is your most precious asset. It's time to start treating it that way. Thank you for joining me today, and here's to your vibrant, heart healthy future.